저기. Test one two test one two.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Come on, that's the oldest trick in the book. Now you've learned something today as well, right? 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'll be going about this level. We're at the Senkang Hockey Complex. Is everything okay? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Test 1 2 1 2 test test 1 2 test.
1 2 1 2 1 2. I'll be going about this level. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
I got him as well there. That's the two of you. That's two in a row.
So you knew what was coming, right? 1 2 1 2 1 2. We'll be going about this level. Should be very interesting to see what happens. There is only 4 spots separating these two in the world rankings. 1 when it comes to the Asian rankings. And if last night was anything to go by, it's telling us that this is going to be a tight and cagey affair.
Started the circuit, they had a timeout. Yeah. They had a timeout, right? For, I don't know, they brought the teams off halfway through the half, the last game. Wasn't a timeout, was it a drinks break because of the heat?
Yeah, maybe.
Not timeout, they don't have timeout. So they brought them off for a couple of minutes for drinks. Blow the whistle to start, right? And because the Brunei kick was taking so long to get on, they just started. He had to sprint all the way across the field to get into his goal.
That's neat. Actually, they can do that, but if like you talk about sportsmanship, they should be. But is it that long?
Yeah, it was a 2 or 3 minute break just for the drinks and obviously because of the heat.
The umpire should control. I mean, he must let.
The umpire was letting them back on, but they were just taking far too long. So just as soon as he started sprinting and everyone was, hey! We good to go?
A very warm welcome to the Sengkang Hockey Complex, where there are only a couple of places in the world rankings that separate these two sides. It's Sri Lanka ranked 42nd, Singapore ranked 38th, and Sri Lanka will be looking to overcome Singapore because they couldn't do that in the Asian Games over in Korea, in Incheon, where it was Singapore that won by 5-3. So it bodes well for the hosts. However, anything could happen. That is the scenario and the synopsis that's going on here. Kazakhstan beating Myanmar by 2-0. Whoever wins this one, you feel, will top the group. And that will be, of course, in Pool B, as we are seeing China obliterate everything that comes in their way. And it's going to be very interesting to see who progresses from Pool A as well. A little bit earlier on, Brunei got a 3-1 result against Vietnam. But it's about the hosts now, and it's about Sri Lanka. And can the men do what the women did yesterday? A tight, cagey affair, as mentioned, with only a couple of places in the rankings separating the two. Are we expecting the same again today? I say are we, because once again I'm joined by Nordin. Great to have your company here, Nordin.
Nice
Of
to be
course,
back,
the
Paul.
former national coach, national team player, and now an instructor for the FIH. Is this one going to be as close as yesterday's ladies' match?
Yes, I believe so, and I believe this game is very important for both teams, and I think it's going to be very tight. The more the team that make more mistakes will probably lose the game.
Well, we were critical of Singapore in the first game with the amount of possession that they conceded. The turnovers were very, very cheap. They need to sort that one out very quickly. They have had a couple of days off. Of course, there are 7 women's teams here. They are playing a pool format where they will all play against each other. The men, well, they have been split into 2 groups, a 5 and a 4. And it's Singapore, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Kazakhstan in Pool B that are all looking to get the job done. Will this be the decider to see who will finish top of the pool? It looks as though it could be a straight shootout between the Thais and Hong Kong to see who finishes second there. So the winner of this one, you would feel, will be awaiting those as China. Well, they have looked absolutely awesome in the 2 games that they have played so far. And the runner-up of Pool B will take them on. So it is Sri Lanka in the orange and yellow strip that get us underway. It's a nice ball, scoot forwards, however, very, very well dealt with from Lee Chi-yong. And now Singapore immediately look to inject some pace forwards, but just, rather than going straight on, keep possession. Here's Sabri Yuhari, fires that one forward. It's not a bad ball. Unfortunately, Silas couldn't get to it. However, it did take a little nick, so it's going to be a long corner. Singapore looking very, very confident the way that they're approaching this game. They were a bag of nerves the opening 15-20 minutes in their first game against Kazakhstan. Not so today, as they're taking the ball straight into the D, but unfortunately goes against them.
Yes, Paul, I agree with you. I think they started very well today, so hopefully they can settle down quickly. But it's interesting today. I want to see what kind of strategy Singapore defense will come out against the fast Sri Lankan attackers.
They have Jaspal dropping very, very deep, and just in front of him, Sabri, just acting as almost like a shield. There is Jazol, great touch from him, and feeds it nicely into Sabri, who in turn helps it on. Enrico Marakan, 2-goal hero against Kazakhstan. Got on the ball early, however. That's a long ball played into the corner. Ishanka just couldn't find his intended target. So you'd have to say the opening couple of minutes or so has been a promising start for Singapore. Nicely played from Tanyiru. Again, looking to work the channel well, cut out there. Lalantha getting there first. Shankar scooping it forwards, well picked off by Jaspal Singh. Cheap turnover though. Damit. Sri Lanka's turn now to try and get themselves a little foothold in the game by keeping possession. Harindra wanting the run, manages to find Amila. Advantage was almost played, the umpire pulling it back after the foot was caught of Marakan. Harindra with the big scoop. Well read though from Norman Teo. Closes down very quickly, however that was very skillful from Taranga. He wins a long corner. Real nice pace and tempo to this game. Rairu.
Looks like both teams are playing well. I think quite even so far and very aggressive from Sri Lanka. They're playing high press right now.
Now looking to apply a little bit of pressure. Maybe they watched that first game as well and saw that Singapore were a little bit shaky at the back in the opening 15-20 minutes. Long ball push forwards from Sabri. Just to no avail. Was looking for Kendi Lee. He just couldn't get there. Harindra again looking a bit longer, but there was nothing on, so the Singapore defence doing ever so well, and they've got a turnover here. Kendi Lee trying to get it into the D. That's exactly what he does. Scoops it forwards, played against the foot. It's the first short corner of the game, and it goes in favour of the hosts.
Was a very good play by Kendi. Very smart. He got the short corner.
They only had 3 in their opening game against Kazakhstan. Didn't make any of them count either, so you can see there is quite a bit of a conflab going on there. Can they get it right on this occasion? So Silas will be the injector. Will he deliver the pace? He certainly does. Teed up nicely, scoop forwards. Just a little bit high. You could see what Sabri was trying to do. However, Sri Lanka not messing around, trying to get on with things quickly. Helmet's been thrown all over the place. The ball has gone out of play as well. This is one of the best tempo games that we've seen so far from two teams going at it.
Yes, very good, good pace, but there's no penetration yet.
No penetration as yet, but there could be here. Oh, a slight mistake there. Jaspal manages to pick it up. That's well played though. Cool, calm and collected. Singapore looking to move forwards. Tanyiru works the line. Nice little touch back inside from Timothy Goh. He keeps it simple. Well played from Tanyiru. And that's not bad either from Faris. The ball was taken. No hit awarded. Marakan picks it up. Marakan driving into the D. Good stick work from him, and he wins the hit as well. Better and good play from Singapore. So Marakan gets on with things quickly. Tanyiru tried to play down the line, well read. Amila in the right place at the right time, just flicks it forwards. Sandoran missing out, and Lee Chi-yong can pick up the ball just a little bit too far for Sabri.
Looks like Singapore doing the more attacking, but they need to watch the aerial ball from the defense, Sri Lanka defense.
They have played that scoop on a couple of occasions and almost caught Singapore out. Jaspal came to the rescue. Foot used. Taranga doing ever so well to come forwards with the ball. Drill goal bound, but again, that defence looking quite stout. Sabri just sitting in the hole in front. He's looking to break everything down. That was a poor ball played forwards though. And again, you talked about this in their opening game, about the turnovers and the conceding possession. And that's a little bit cheap, isn't it?
Yes, it was. And I think, as I said before, I think today that is the main point. If more mistakes, I think they will capitalize.
Scoop forwards are judged to have been a little bit too dangerous. So Singapore retain possession. Good ball fired out from Jaspal. Nice little turn from Ong Jun Hong. He does well, gets caught, and straight to the pocket. The umpire shows a yellow card. Anuradha will go off for a minimum of 5 minutes. Well, that's a sloppy little pass back there from Faris. However, Singapore get away with it, fire it forwards. Working and bustling hard is Timothy Goh, and does ever so well to win the short corner. Good play there from Singapore,
Yes,
dynamic and direct.
Yes, good play from Singapore, and the Sri Lanka defense a bit suspect, a bit square, and nobody is covering behind.
Tanyaru this time entrusted in injecting the ball to the edge of the D. Who will it be to strike? Silas is hanging around, as is Sabri. Well, they move the ball quickly, and it's a good save in the end, and tapped home! And it's been given. Sri Lanka just couldn't deal with the pressure. And from the resulting short corner, it's Singapore that take the lead. And you have to say that on the balance of play so far, the 9.5 minutes we've had, they thoroughly deserve it. Adam Manik it was that gets his name on the score sheet. Singapore lead by 1-0.
What a goal, Paul, what a goal. Singapore reacted, the players reacted the fastest and sent the ball in.
Well, the perfect start then, and you do have to say warranted after the way that they've taken the game to Sri Lanka. Don't touch the ball. Adam Manik just been told by the umpire. The fact that he was just passing it back to the Sri Lankans,
Yes.
common sense prevailed in the end. No card shown. Sri Lanka still down a man. That yellow